I've made a return trip to my friend's garden here in Scotland, and look at the colour and how it has just bulked up completely. Last time I was here, roughly about 9 months ago, I walked you down through these borders to show you how they could be improved and what was happening to them. I emphasised how section by section my friend had managed to go by using repetition of colour down through the borders. The footage you are seeing now is from my friend's garden when I first visited her. She had been here for 6 months and this is what she had been up to. Now you can see how this has all developed. Now it's been 9 months since I was last up here in Scotland, and this border was quite new then, because when my friend moved in here, all of this was just full of dockens and Carex pendula. There was the odd, really horrible, poor old rose that just couldn't be resurrected. So now, having planted it all up in the late summer autumn, look at the amount of colour and abundance that there is. Now she's very lucky. This is a very beautiful sandy loam, which is a great soil, slightly acidic, actually probably more acidic in patches because she can grow rhododendrons and all that sort of thing, looking really good. And it means that there is a different palette of plants. But even so, this long herbaceous border here is looking great. Now, the weather here in Scotland has been quite grim up until we've got to May, and then suddenly we've had some really beautiful weather. But what happens is their season is much shorter than it is in the south of England, probably still about 2 weeks behind what we are, but it will catch up, and it's catching up really quickly, which is why you've got this abundance of flower and leaf coming through at the moment. So you've got this beautiful Silene here, which is the double flowered ragged robin, looking superb with a lovely heuchera in front of it. And then the hostas are just coming through. Now the hostas in the south of England at the moment are twice that size, but they've been frosted. So the beauty of these coming out later is that they have missed the frost, so they are going to look really good. There's a beautiful dark leaved and dark flowered weigela behind me here, and then it just goes on with beautiful colour. It's got punctuation points right the way through the border, and those punctuation points are these beautiful mounds of this fabulous Nepeta, and it is in specific points all the way up the border, so that your eye travels down or travels up the border looking at it, and it is great because that always gives you an idea that the border will either have a repeat of flowering or it's just going to have other plants which are similar in there as well. So it's great. And I think what she did want in here was she wanted to have this purple foliage, so repeated in the shrubs and the heucheras, repeated down the border, as well as the Nepeta, so you get that lovely blue and that purple all the way through down the border. But isn't it looking stunning? And the bees are out working on the Nepeta. It's early in the morning, but it is really coming together well. So this herbaceous border, you come through the gate and you've got this flow all the way down through the border. Fabulous phlox and alchemilla. You've got these mounds, and then here's the first of our beautiful Nepeta Six Hills Giants. Lovely hardy geranium. Then you have a hosta, and then you've got your purple leaf, so that is a Physocarpus. Coming down through here, your purple leaf again. Mounds. Lovely geranium, lovely hosta. There's an iris about to come out. Geum totally tangerine in the back here, and then some beautiful dark leaf geranium, and we're back to a beautiful Nepeta Six Hills Giant. So you've got this flow coming through the border, which is absolutely beautiful. So you can see the flow of this border going through. You can see the repeats of certain plant material, so that you just get a continuity as you go through and along the border itself, and it looks wonderful. Now, since I was here last, this end of the border has been finished. Behind me was a horrible stump, and that has been taken out. The rose has been left in, it's doing okay, that one was worth saving. But I love this combination of the Nepeta here, the hosta down in there, a little fern in the back, you've got this lovely rose. This is coming to the end of the border, so it's like a full stop to the end of the border. But she's found this amazing hardy geranium here. This is one called Dark Eyes. Now this one was bred in Scotland by Elizabeth McGregor, so this is at home here. But it is a fabulous one. It's got this lovely dark foliage, so it starts off quite purple, then becomes a dark green purple, but the large beautiful magenta flowers with that dark eye in there, just a really super plant, and it's holding itself upright, really growing well. It doesn't need staking, and that is such a good plant for the middle of the border, just giving you that extra thing. So this is that purple foliage effect again, your big hosta leaf and your Nepeta, but added in there, you've got a bit of height behind with the rose, you've got the fern in the back there, and there will be other plants to follow on through. But this, I just adore this new geranium. I'm going to have to find one for myself. Really love it. Geranium Dark Eyes. Since I was last here, Hetty's been really busy, and you've got this wonderful island bed with this beautiful larch in the centre there. There's a hamamelis, an acer, a pieris, beautiful ferns. There are various conifers in here as well, and then pops of colour with either the leaf of the heuchera here, actually that's a heucherella, you've got some ophiopogon down there, hosta. You know, it's a full array of both pops of colour with the geums at the moment, but there's pops of colour with the foliage as well, and it's going to just look good all year round. This is going to be a really fantastic bed. So that is one extra bit, and we're going to go down and have a look at the stonework that was only just the stone being lifted over and on a pallet last time we were here. This area was under construction last time we were here. The slabs have been put down, the seat is in place, and these beautiful acers and rhododendrons, which had been in large containers, have been put in here, and now they look really at home. They're really very happy with where they are sitting. You know, you've got this fabulous tiarella here, and it all looks as though it's just settled in and looking fantastic. I love the primulas behind me. There are fabulous ferns in here, so it all just loves it, and it's great. It's just superb. You know, there's going to be more. There's more growth down there. There's so much moisture here. It's a cooler growing area. It is acidic soil. These plants are just adoring it. They've got the protection of the hedge there as well, and so this just makes it an ideal grove for all of these plants to grow beautifully in here. Yes, I mean, it's only been under a year since this planting has come in, and already it's settled in, it's filled up, it's looking good. It's amazing what you can do when you know your plants and what you can put in there together. And you know, you just need to work at it and let it go through and work with the soil you've got. Don't try and put the things in that aren't going to grow there. That's the key thing. So this is beautiful, it's wonderful, and I'm so pleased. And apparently there are going to be more bits of grass disappearing and more beds appearing over the next few, probably weeks. But it's great. I love it. It's so good. Plus she's also now got a greenhouse, so that means loads and loads of plants being produced so that she can put them all out here into the beautiful garden that she's created. Recently I set up an email newsletter, and if you want to sign up, then please click in the comments link below or scan the QR code on the screen now. If you sign up, you get an exclusive video. This is a video of me explaining colour combinations and plant combinations in real gardens. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel. If you want to watch another video of mine, YouTube thinks this one is perfect for you.